Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the secrets hidden within company reports. And today we're diving into CollPlant's Biotechnologies and their latest financial update for August 2025. But it seems like they're also giving us a peek at their second quarter results as well. Get ready because we're about to find out if CollPlant is growing like a weed or wilting under pressure. Before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where we break down more of these company filings, so no need to be a financial wizard to understand what a company is truly telling you. Let's jump right in. CollPlant's Biotechnologies Limited is putting out a report as of August 2025. This is what they call a Form 6K, which is basically a report for foreign private issuers like CollPlant that are registered with the US Securities and Exchange Commission. The big news here is that CollPlant's Biotechnologies Limited, the company is reporting on their second quarter financial results, which ended on June 30, 2025. They're even providing a corporate update alongside these numbers. So on August 20, 2025, CollPlant dropped a press release giving us the rundown on how they did in the April to June period. That's the second quarter, people, and importantly, they also released their condensed consolidated interim financial statements, which are not yet finalized or audited for the 2025. Now let's get to the juicy part, the financial results for the 3 and 6 month periods that ended on June 30, 2025. This is where we see the actual money picture. CollPlant is sharing how much they earned, how much they spent, and what their financial health looks like at the end of the second quarter. Normally these reports can be a bit dry, but CollPlant is giving us an update that includes their operating and financial review and prospects. This means they're not just giving us numbers, they're also telling us what those numbers mean and what they expect for the future. Think of it like this, they're showing us the scoreboard for the last few months and also telling us their game plan for what's coming next. It's a chance to see if their strategy is working. We also see that CollPlant is incorporating these results into their existing registration statements. They do this to keep their filings up to date and make sure investors have the latest information on hand. This is pretty standard practice for companies that have stock traded in the US. Now, let's talk about the numbers themselves. Even though the full financial tables aren't directly visible in this filing summary, we understand that the attached exhibits 99.1, 99.2, and 99.3 contain the detailed financial statements and the management's discussion of those results. Essentially, Exhibit 99.1 is the press release dated August 20, 2025. This is usually the high-level summary. Exhibit 99.2 contains the condensed consolidated interim financial statements as of June 30, 2025. These are the actual balance sheets, income statements, and cash flow statements, but for an interim period as of that specific date. And Exhibit 99.3 is the operating and financial review and prospects. This is where management explains the whats and whys behind the numbers. This is the critical part for us to understand the story. Because we don't have the full tables here, we can only go by the provided context. The fact that they are issuing this report means they are providing an update on their financial performance and any significant corporate developments during the month of August and covering the prior period up to June. We need to look at how CollPlant is performing in key areas. Typically this would include revenue growth, operating income, profitability, and cash flow. A key number to watch would be their revenue growth year over year. If revenue is up, it means they are selling more or their products are more popular. If it's down, it might signal market challenges or internal execution issues. We also need to consider their expenses. If their costs are rising faster than their revenue, they might be struggling to maintain profitability. Even if they are growing revenue a lot, but their expenses are even higher, then they are losing money. Another important aspect is their cash position. How much money do they have in the bank and how quickly are they using it? This tells us about their runway, how long they can operate before needing more funding or becoming profitable. CollPlant's Biotechnologies is a company that works in the field of regenerative medicine and biomaterials. Specifically, they are known for their plant-based collagen technology used for medical and aesthetic applications. So when we look at their financial results, we should connect them to the progress they are making in developing and commercializing these technologies. Are their sales growing because their new products are hitting the market? Are they investing heavily in research and development, which would explain higher expenses but also signal future growth potential? The filing also mentions that this information is being incorporated into their registration statements on Form S8 and Form F3. This means that the information they are providing now is being linked to their ongoing efforts to offer stock to employees or to raise capital from the public. It signals that the company is actively engaged in the capital markets and needs to maintain transparent and up-to-date reporting. It's worth noting the dates here. The report is for August 2025 and it's providing results up to June 30, 2025. This means we're getting a look at their performance during the second quarter of the year and any immediate follow-up information from the start of the third quarter. The inclusion of XBRL documents like the XBRL instance, document scheme, calculation definition, label and presentation documents is all about making financial data machine readable. This allows for easier analysis and comparison of financial information across different companies and over time. It's like translating a document into a universal computer language. The cover page interactive data file, which is also mentioned, is essentially the front page of the report formatted in a way that's interactive and tagged with XBRL data, making key figures easily accessible. Now let's talk about the signature part here by Ian Rome, Deputy CEO and Chief Financial Officer. This tells us that the report has been officially reviewed and authorized by senior management. This is a formal sign-off that the information presented is deemed accurate to the best of their knowledge. So in essence, this filing is CollPlant's Biotechnologies providing their updated financial performance alongside a corporate update to investors and the market. It's a routine but vital disclosure that tells us about their business health and future outlook. From a Warren Buffett perspective, we'd want to see consistent revenue growth, improving profit margins, and a strong balance sheet with manageable debt. CollPlant is in a high growth sector, regenerative medicine and biomaterials, which is promising. However, growth needs to be profitable and sustainable. We'd be looking at their revenue growth rate for the second quarter compared to the first quarter and the same quarter last year. If their revenue is up significantly and their expenses are herkonvenning and expenses are high, it would be a concern amand. For CollPlant, their competitive position likely depends on the success of their plant-based collagen technology. If this technology offers significant advantages over existing solutions like animal-derived collagen, then they have a strong moat. We also need to consider the risks mentioned in their full filings, although not detailed. Here, risks in this sector can include regulatory hurdles, competition from other companies, and the ability to scale production and commercialization effectively. CollPlant's direction seems focused on leveraging its unique technology to capture market share in medical and aesthetic applications. The key question is how effectively they can execute this strategy and translate technological potential into financial success. Looking at the overall picture, CollPlant's Biotechnologies is operating in a cutting-edge field. Their financial results as presented in this 6K filing will shed light on their progress towards profitability and market adoption. If their current financial performance shows strong revenue growth coupled with improved operational efficiency, that's a very positive sign. It suggests their technology is gaining traction and their business model is sound. However, if the report indicates a significant increase in losses or a shrinking cash position without a clear path to revenue generation, it would signal potential challenges ahead. Investors would want to see a clear strategy on how they plan to achieve profitability and what milestones they are targeting. The company's ability to secure further funding or partnerships will also be critical for their long-term success, so any updates on that front would be important to note. This filing provides a snapshot of the company's financial health and operational progress. Investors will be dissecting these numbers to understand if CollPlant is delivering on its promises and if it represents a promising investment opportunity. Alright, that's our breakdown of CollPlant's Biotechnologies August filing and second quarter insights. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.